Anybody else see Natsu not coming?
Yeah, I got that. So more than likely, they're just gonna stay in the cart unless someone wants to take them over.
Nah, I'm good.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna recruit Natsu for a few things just so we can identify our frickin' vials that we still have, but other than that...
Oh, Natsu, you've come down with a horrible case of the flakes.
No, he's talking about the vials of colorful dust that a skeleton blew up into.
Oh, don't talk about that. Oh, don't do that. Oh, the
I know,
horror.
you still have red and blue dust probably somewhere on your body.
Oh, that's a guarantee. There's no question.
No, I prestidigitation did it all the way. I cleaned, at least myself. I don't know about the rest of you guys.
You didn't clean Osmorn from when you guys were in the city.
He's a cat.
Muffin
Of
Man
course
is
he
always
is.
clean.
I had to go clean myself off from all the blood.
You'll never catch the Muffin Man with blood on his hands.
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
He doesn't use weapons. He gets other people to do it for him. It's awesome.
Well, keep in mind, I beheaded one of those creatures last session.
Yeah, you got it bad.
Alright, so Terrafest of the Amber Fields.
Right. So last we left off, we had provoked a troop of acrobats who were fiendish in nature. Our impetuous half-elf warlock provoked them, and it turned out that they were all the same person. They merged in shadows into a single entity who then graced us with a prophecy of sorts. Beat the shadows, dark and light collide. 6 become 1, all under 4. While we all pondered that, we chose to bunk down for the night after she disappeared into the night, leaving her carts and horses. So after we bedded down, Osmorn took the first watch, and shortly into it was set upon by a large beetle-like creature that skittered and chittered horribly. As our group got up to battle it, an arrow came from out of nowhere, piercing it from head to tail to whatever you want to call it, stern. And we learned that we had a new member that had joined us, a Davian Warlander. After some brief introductions were made and some delicious bug meat was cooked up, we attempted to settle down for another night, only for 3 more of them to show. We bravely did battle with them, managed to kill all 3 of them before attempting to retire for the 3rd time that night. Hopefully the last time we would have to this night.
2 of which killed by yours truly.
Stop bragging.
Hey, just keep it accurate here.
Alright, and so with that recap, we're launching with you are heading back to the cart or the campfire to get what sleep you can. Because as you all notice, the slightest hint of dusk or dawn is starting to break over the horizon.
I blame you for this, Oz. I also, before I forget, I did hook up the horses to the cart before going back to bed the second time. So I made sure that they were not running away.
So with that, your Terrafast are going into the cart to get some shut-eye. Davian, what are you doing?
I have just cleaned myself off from all the blood.
Alright. And Mr. James John Pennyworth?
I'm getting what rest I can.
So with that, you guys are getting some much needed rest. To when you guys finally stir, it is just about mid-morning, so roughly 9, maybe 8 o'clock in the morning.
Well, no time like the present. I'll get up and I'll do my little morning stretches because I'm a cat. And I'll go around waking everybody else up and making sure that everybody's prepped and loaded. And is Vile's cart still there?
Make a perception check.
Garbage. That's a 6.
Well, that is enough to see that his cart is still there, and there is no animals pulling it or pushing it, or it has its wheels, but you don't know how it's going to be moving.
Well, while he's getting up, I shall get up as well with him. And as per my training, do a walk around camp and see what I see and just make sure nothing's out of place.
All right, for that, make me a pass of perception.
Let me get out my dice. That would be a 17.
So as you go section by section, looking for anything out of place, you notice these strands of solid energy that look like spider webs are still all around the camp, whether they be the red, the blue, the green, or this pulsating orange from the weird creatures last night, which carcasses are still scattered around the camp.
Seeing this, is there any sort of investigation I can do into it, see what's causing these strands?
You can make me an Arcana check.
Arcana. Not the best. Let's see. I'm gonna see nothing with a natural 1.
Yep. You just stare at the pulsating lights of these webs, lost in the mesmerizing.
I'm going around and not so violently kicking everybody awake, except for Oz, who I kick hard because he's still in his plate mail and he can take it.
As you kick me, I just snore louder the first kick.
I'm gonna get up and package up all my freshly baked goods.
Sounds good. All right. So, and all this while, Natsu and Selene are still in the wagon, probably sleeping.
And there's 2 carts, right? There was one that they had that actually had, like, it was more of an open top, and then there was a closed one that was their sleeping quarters.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. I'm going to hitch up a pair of horses to each of them, because I want both.
Well, the carts are actually connected together, being able to be pulled by the one set of horses.
Even better, then they're all going to be hooked up to the front one.
All right, so now you are the proud owner of a old theatrics wagon cart. So the open top with the equipment and the closed one that is the sleeping quarters and 4 horses. So now that you guys have done your morning routine, what is it you guys wish to do? You are on your way to the town of Tortuga.
So as being the new guy to the group, I walk over to Osborne and ask him what he thinks we should do.
As he's still snoring on the ground.
I'll slap him to wake him up.
Roll to hit.
Advantage on a prone target.
I'm sorry, but nat 20? I'm
You
sorry.
just got pimp slapped.
I'm sorry.
Oz, if you're hearing
Hey,
this,
at
you're
least
going
it's
to
unarmed.
be taking a D4 double damage strike to the face.
Wait, is he a monk? Because otherwise, I think it's just his base strength modifier.
+1.
Plus one.
So my unarmed strike. So I actually have a melee attack that would be 2 damage.
And so you double that. It is 4 plus your modify, which is what? You said 1?
My strength modifier?
Yeah.
Nah, if his melee attack says it deals 2, it's already calculated in. Because it's 1 plus your strength mod, so he would have done before with
Oh,
that
he would have done. He
absolute
would have done.
beast of a slap.
So,
I'm sorry.
4 damage to Oz. Oz, does this wake you up?
I jump away, start swinging wildly because it startled me.
All right,
Sorry about that.
Oz,
Don't know
roll me
my
to
own
hit.
strength. Who
So
rolled to hit?
I took 4 damage. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Oz, you took 4 damage and roll to hit for your swinging wildly.
That is a 19.
That hits. So you're gonna as you startle awake, since Davian's the one right above you, you're going to drop an uppercut straight to his chin. Just
Davian,
So-
you've been in this party for 10 hours. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I didn't know my own strength.
so
that's-
now Davian's
part of-
being
it's part of the
soaring.
hazing
What
ritual.
says Davian is sent soaring about 5 feet in the air and 3 feet back.
Wait, would
From
I be
this.
able to do a dex save because of my rogue type?
Yes,
Nope.
actually, make me. Wait, let's see. You're in the air, so you could do an acrobatics check to see if you land.
Sweet. I have a proficiency in that. Hold on, my thing has to reload. I need to see my acrobatics check.
My unarmed strike is 3 bludgeoning, just so you guys are aware.
I got a +6 modifier in acrobatics. Perfect. That's gonna be a 17.
So you're gonna land it, but you're gonna be stumbling for a couple feet back as you land on your hands and feet from getting socked in the jaw. You just have this giant red mark with finger indents from this gloved fist just.
Did any damage come to me?
3 bludgeoning.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so Oz just got slapped into next week, and Davian just got uppercutted by a full plate gauntlet.
I just-
Sounds
I
to me
just
like
scared-
you boys need some breakfast.
I
As
just look at him and go, "Pardon, didn't know my own strength."
as I'm coming to, I go, "Oh, it's morning. Oh, did I oversleep? I'm sorry, guys."
At this
I tried
point,
to
I'm
be
just
polite and kick you. I tried to wake you up with just a nice, gentle kick. Don't blame me.
Well, wait. Don't blame you. Did the kick not wake me up?
no.
No, you just snored louder.
Well,
What happened?
You snore a lot, by the way.
well, here, have some breakfast for now. This should help you feel a little better, I suppose. And I'm gonna hand you each a leg of mutton.
Thank you.
And upon eating it, you get 5 temporary max HP.
Sorry, what was that?
All 3 of you gained 5 temporary hit points.
Was there any healing with that, or was just extra
No.
5 on the
No,
top?
you just get the 5 on the top.
Is it temp HP or a max HP increase?
It's temporary, max and current HP for the next 8 hours.
Perfect.
So you're all eating breakfast. Vile's cart is still in the camping clearing. Here you still have 3 bodies of these unspecified, unnamed creatures lying around, plus the half-eaten one sitting by the campfire. And you have these web-like energy, or these energy pulsating web-like tendrils still hanging around all the trees, and the scorch marks from the energy blast are still resonating their color energies.
Can I check out these weird colored tethers?
Make an investigations check.
21.
So, as you investigate each of these different colors, you put as much pressure as you can. You even start lifting yourself into the air. This web-like structure is actually strong enough to hold your weight. Which color are you going to be inspecting first? Red, orange, green, or the bluish white?
No, the bluish white one.
So, doing all of this, as your hands are still on it, you just feel like this cool, like ocean kind of against your hands, just because that's like what the energy is pulsating like. It's like the ocean against your hands. Which one would you
I'm
like to
gonna try
investigate
something
next?
stupid. I wanna try using prestidigitation and see if I can move it.
So, what form is your prestidigitation going to? Oh wait, so you're trying to move it, right? Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah, just trying to see if I can, like the way that I did it with the powder. Just seeing if it's kind of the same sort of material as that.
So as you reach out with it and you're carefully trying to move it, you hear, because this is like a really long vine web-like structure. You hear the cracking of glass of sorts as you pull a chunk off of this, and as soon as you do that, you don't even see the energy spilling out, or or it doesn't even explode. The energy is still just nice and calm inside that section of the web-like structure.
Adding that to my inventory.
All right, then add a 3 foot by half by a 6 inch circular web. We'll call it a web piece of webbing, and note that it is the bluish color.
Well, seeing how it clearly worked flawlessly on that one, I'm gonna try to do that to the rest of them, starting with the orange one.
And as you walk over to it, you do your tests of pushing down on it and lifting yourself up into the air. You feel an earthquake like rumbling through your hands as you are holding onto this web-like structure. So doing your prestidigitation, another 3 foot by 6 inch wide piece of webbing is added, and that is the orange.
Then I'm gonna hit the green one next.
As you once more you do your investigation, but this time you feel the power of like a hurricane, like ripping through your hands. You add again a 3 foot by 6 inch piece of webbing, green.
And the last one was red. Yeah, I'm checking that one out too.
As soon as you go to do your tests, as soon as you place your hands on it, you feel like your hands are on fire and you are in a volcano. You don't even try to lift yourself up for fear of burning your hands. You just take your 3 foot by 6 inch section of this web and put it into your bag.
Perfect. That was all the colors, right? There was only 4.
Yes.
Excellent.
So now with your pieces of web in your inventory, what do you all wish to do?
Well, I don't know about anyone else, but we're burning daylight out here, and the road awaits.
I'll agree with the Muffin Man.
I told you I ain't no Muffin Man, boy.
He's been over this. He is not the Muffin Man. He is
forgot
totally
his-
not the Muffin Man.
My name
I forgot
is
his name,
James
sorry.
Mason Pennyworth.
My apologies, Pennyworth.
I agree with you both. We should be getting going.
Who's gonna take the reins?
Well, I'm not too awful with animals. I'll give it a shot.
If you want, I can take the animals.
Well, I haven't done too much otherwise. I might as well.
Well, if you need any help, just let me know.
I will definitely. So I'll be in the reins.
All right.
And while everybody's getting settled in their positions, I'm hauling the half-eaten carcass into the sleeping quarters.
Are you gonna pull the other carcasses or just that one?
Oh no, just
Hold
the
on.
one. The rest of them can stay.
Before we leave, I want to go check out one of these carcasses, one of the full ones.
Walk over and go make an investigation check for me.
17.
So, as you are investigating this carcass, you see that it only has the 4 legs. But what really sets this apart from all the other beasts that you've probably seen throughout your journeys is that the indentation near the hind legs, where the energy shots were coming from, it looks like a disc. And the mandibles still have some of the webbing just sitting there in its spinnerets.
Can I cut that disc off and take it with us?
Yes, you can.
Sweet. Do I
So
need
now
to do
you-
any?
Nope, you just get to add a 4-foot round disc.
To my inventory?
Pretty big disc. Yep. And I should ask, which color did you go investigate?
Did I investigate?
Yes.
I did the bluish white, but I nat 1'd it.
Oh, that was for the webbing. He's doing the carcass of the beetle or this creature. So now add to your inventory a bluish colored disc, like a bluish white colored disc.
Got it. How do I add to my inventory?
Are you
How do you
using?
add it?
Go
are
to
you
equipment
using,
and hit add items.
And if it's not an item on the list, you make custom item.
I made a note.
What's the weight of this thing?
Surprisingly light, so about 2 pounds.
And you said it was 4 foot in size?
Yep.
Should I put anything for cost or no?
No.
All right. That is added.
Awesome. So no one's gonna make one more stop at Viles, or are you all hitting the road?
I'm ready to ride on out.
Can I stealth over to his cart?
Yes, make a stealth check.
That one is a natural 20 for a 24 total.
Good gravy, kid. So you you're with the others, and all of a sudden you're over by his cart. Like they don't even know how you did it during the daylight. You just and you were there one moment, and then you're over by Vile's cart the next. What are you gonna do?
I want to poke at where I've seen him come in and out and see if I'm able to do the same. And then if I am, I just want to put my face in and make sure that he's not dead.
So as you go to poke it or knock on the wood, you just it sounds like normal wood when you poke it. It feels like normal wood. It sounds like normal wood when you knock it. And then all of a sudden you just hear out pops the somersaulting old man who lands on his feet and he goes, "Hiya, fellas! What can I do for you?"
Son, don't scare me like that. It's way too early for that, Vile. We got attacked by a bunch of beetles. I just wanted to make sure that you were still fine and that you're going to be able to continue on your merry way. You all good?
Ah. So that's what all that scream was about? Huh.
Oh, those I haven't seen in ages. Nasty creatures those are, once they're full size.
I'm sorry, when they're full size?
Oh, yeah. Back in the day, those used to be, 10 feet. No, who's it bigger? Huh? I forget.
Oh,
Well, thanks for the. Do you know what they happen to be called, Vile?
Let me see. Let me try it now. Let me remember. Started with a V. I know that. That sounded like you were throwing up at the end. Or was it sneezing?
Velociraptor?
Hmm,
That's the only V animal word that I've heard.
nah. These are ancient. You probably wouldn't even be able to read about them in textbooks. Hang on a sec. I might have something.
All of a sudden, just hops off his feet, somersaults back, and then you just hear as he pops through his door. Next thing you hear is, it sounds like toppling towers or crumbling bricks just inside that cart, and you hear like glass breaking and all other sorts of sounds, and then all of a sudden pops right back out and he goes,
I knew I had some. It's ancient text, but this could help you.
and he hands you this old, dusty, cracked, leather-bound book.
Thank you, Violet. We greatly appreciate this. Is it a bestiary of some sort?
It should hold some of the ancient ones. Probably the ones you haven't really heard about. Which is these creatures by far fit that bill.
Well, once again, thank you, Vile. We'll be on our way, and we wish you happy travels.
Thank you. Same to you guys. Thanks for the business.
And he hops off his feet, somersaults back, and then just as he pops back into his cart. And the next thing you know, you hear the sound of horses, but there are no horses other than your own. The crack of a whip, and his cart just starts rolling away.
Gods, that guy's cool. All right. Well, I'm going to hop into the living or the sleeping quarters, and I'm also going to pull Natsu and Selene back with me.
All right, so all three of you are now sitting in the sleeping quarters. We have James Johns Pennyworth at the reins and ready to go. Where is Osborne and Adrian?
Just arriving back from getting food. Sorry.
You're good.
I shall.
That leg of
You
mutton
check.
sure was good, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
I'll join Pennyworth on where I'm assuming there's a seat to lead the horses.
And there is.
I'll hop in the back.
And y'all are all set, and you are now back on the road heading towards Tortuga.
As we start traveling, I am immediately going to ask Natsu to cast Detect Magic to see what he can tell from all of our vials and all of our and from the energy webs that I gathered, and see if he can tell what kind of magic they are, and also cast Identify on each of them to see if we can get something more out of them. And I'm also going to tell Selene to look through his book, both his book and the one that we got back in Rim, to see if there was any mention of the weird beetle things, while I will take the book that we just got from Vile and I will read to see if I can find anything else that looks like that or could be of note.
While he's saying that to Natsu, I said, you might want to check this out too, and I'll hand him the 4-foot disc.
So as everyone is now busy making their stuff, Selene is looking through the big book of Arcane Dead, trying to see if the creature is somehow mentioned in there, while Natsu is doing his detect magic and identify. He's actually going to be struggling on identifying them because this is more of a ancient magic, more of a raw power than the normal magics of today's world, as you guys know. Well, you make a investigations check for reading the book that Vile just gave you.
That's a 16 total.
All right. So as you're reading through, you do notice that it is more of a bestiary of sorts, but you note that this has more defined information for each of them. And as soon as you flip one page, you see the name for a creature that starts with V. You see the picture, the hand sketched picture of this creature, and it fits exactly what you guys battled. So on this page, you see the name Visorak. Visorak.
Awesome, that doesn't sound terrifying.
And as you are reading the book, on the information on this, you note that there are 5 attributes that these creatures come in. You know of 4: fire, water, earth, air. The 5th element you do not know of, because that 5th element has never been identified. There's a lot of information on this page.
You said fire, water, earth, and what else?
Air.
Okay.
So the four basic elements plus the unidentified 5th one. Because
if I learned anything from Captain Planet, it's heart.
Gee. Could be life.
If I learned anything from Wuxia novels, it's metal.
So, you notice at the bottom of the page, you see that it says, when fully grown, no one lives to tell the tale.
So can I see them from where I'm at?
The words on the page?
No, the members of the group.
No, we're inside the covered wagon, you doof.
Then we made a mistake and we forgot about something.
And what was that?
I tried to hand him the disc while we were moving.
Oh, that's right.
Should I do an acrobatics check?
Let's do... Ooh, hello.
Time Wizard.
Actually, just make this a Just make this a straight up dex check, because you're gonna be like tossing it like a frisbee to see if you can make it through the window that is in, kind of like the small opening in the sleeping quarters carriage.
Yeah, that's a 23.
Good graven. Okay.
I rolled a 19 plus 4, so.
Did it hit Oz in the face?
Please no.
It's going to come through, and it is going. All of a sudden, you're just gonna hear this like. It doesn't even like you don't even hear a crack or a bash of it just like completely going through the cart. You just hear this like. And and it just like sticks itself into the cart. Like it doesn't even blast through. It just like sticks into the side of the wall. And you just see as Terrafast, you look up because of it startles you from reading. You see a terrified Selene just like as the disc is like sitting right next to the tip of his ear.
Celine, you have the worst luck for where you end up. That is incredible.
Sorry about that.
It's fine, you didn't kill anybody.
This time.
Oh, is that how we're judging things now? Okay.
Considering how we met him, I think that's a good bar.
That's
Fair enough. I mean, I am an assassin type, so.
3 hours have passed since you've been on the road, so you're as you make your way through, the woods are starting to end, and it's opening up into more of a field, and ahead you actually see in the distance a town not too far off, maybe another hour or so travel, and you should be there by around lunch, maybe 1 o'clock. You think by the position of the sun.
Quick question, DM. Natsu gave about the old magic
Yes,
stuff.
that it was an ancient, half ancient, half new magic spell of Osmorin's little demon in a jar.
Spend the time going through the book and just seeing anything interesting. Things that seem most dangerous,
You
so
flip
that
the
I can prepare to.
Next page, because that this sketch fits. Now you hear the sound of a clock tower, the coming distance. Y'all peer out through of the wagon, and you are now entering the town's space, and you see this giant sign that says, "Welcome to Tortuga, place of dead belongings." As your cart is entering, as James Johns Pennyworth and Davian are pulling the cart through the streets, you hear the sounds of children's laughter, haggling at market stands, the bleating of goats and sheeps, the mooing of cows. You just hear everything going on in this one street coming in.
Wow, kind of a misnomer. I would have thought that the place of dead belongings would be, dead.
Same. Kind of nice.
Wonder how long that'll last.
So, JJ Pennyworth is able to find. You're able to find a clearing or like an opening to park your dual wagon, horse-drawn carts, and it just so happens to be right next to the Catastrophe Inn and Tavern.
Good tidings, boys. Found us a great parking spot. I will take this as a good omen for what's to come.
Catastrophe in it. Why is everything so bleakly named? What is happening? Does it sound busy inside?
I'm just saying, boy, don't judge an inn by its name. Just like you don't judge a book by its cover. It's the character inside that's what matters.
And as soon as you're walking to the door, if you see the door get blasted off of its hinges with a person just right off against it, just like getting kicked out of the bar. And you
And
see
as
a
you
beer
can
mug
see-
fly out of the door. You hear shouting and oh,
And as you can see, this inn has a lot of character.
And with that, my instincts kick in, and I put my bow in my hand.
No,
Oh,
Davian.
boy, you don't bring a bow to a bar fist fight. That's just messed up. We aren't trying to get the guard called on us.
Old habits from the war.
so are you guys entering then?
Yep. And I'll go up to the bartender and see if I can negotiate some rooms for us in exchange for doing some of my cakes and pastries.
So as you walk up to the barkeep, you see this heavy-set human. When we're talking like heavy-set, I mean he's got the biggest beer gut one person could probably stand up straight with. He's got arms and a chest the size of a minotaur. Just how big he is. He's wearing a dirty white t-shirt and a pair of like pants. They're being held on by like a rope belt, and he's got a towel slung over his shoulder as he's got a long smoke in his mouth. He turns around.
So what can I get for you?
Why, hello there, young man. I'm James Jacob Pennyworth, and I have a proposal you might enjoy. I'm quite adept at making cakes and such, and I'm sure your patrons would be quite interested in buying some of those cakes. I offer in exchange for rooms for me and my friends for the night, my services in baking those cakes.
It'll be nice to have some fresh food. Kitchen's to your left. Grab yourself a pint on the way in.
Wonderful.
As he nods his head towards you, and then all of a sudden you just hear him.
Hey, you in the back! Knock it off before I crack your heads together.
Yeah, I'm moving away from the hustle and bustle into the kitchen.
So, as the other three are looking around this tavern, just like, you see a small stage. You see tables set up. There's one with like a dice game going on. There's one with like a card game going on. There's just a lot of stuff going on in this tavern, along with a brawl in the middle. Like there's a fight pit sunk into the floor, and you see.
I'm going
two
towards
people
that.
duking it out.
I will find myself a nice corner to go watch from afar in.
All right, and wait, okay, who's going towards the fight pit? Terrafast or Davian?
Fairfast.
Okay, so as you get closer, you like start shoulder your way to the front of this pit as you hear all the shout and the hoot and the holler and come on, man, get him! No, no! Ah! And as you make yourself to the front, that giant awe that you hear just echo through the ring is you see the one fighter just take a knee right to the midsection of his opponent, and just you hear that something breaking and his opponent just collapsing to the floor, motionless.
Can I hunt down somebody to enter this thing?
And look no further than to your left, you see this like he's actually like the most untouched gentleman. Like he's actually got a little bit of space around him from where you're standing.
I'm going to right next to him.
Ah, well, look at you. So, you have the 10 gold.
Of course. Who am I going to be beating?
He snaps his finger, and there's like skinny looking kid comes up with kind of like a saucer so you can drop the gold in.
I drop it right in.
Now that your fee has been paid, you're going to be, as you suggested, fighting a grunt. Now, you beat this grunt, you get your 10 gold back. You wish to keep going, you fight another grunt. You gain another 10 gold. As soon as you hit 5, or as soon as you beat 4, your 5th and final fight will be my champion, in which then you'll receive 100 gold, plus the wages of beating the others. Do you accept this offer?
Any rules I need to be aware of? Doesn't look like you allow weapons.
Nope. This is strictly hand-to-hand. Any use of weapons is prohibited. After all, where the fun would that be?
Fair point. I accept.
You can jump right on in the pit.
And I do. I will just hop straight down. I don't even care if there's a fight going on right now.
Well, there is no fight, and as you land on your paws, your feet, you see that there is a gate straight ahead of you that lifts up, and out walks this, looks like a rogue of sorts, and you see him like starting to like dance back and forth on his feet as he's getting ready to fight you, and then you just hear echo through as another burly gentleman standing next to the pit boss just bellows.
Can I see this from where I'm standing?
Oh, definitely. You see this just big honking, like he must be a giant, like not a giant, but
Goliath?
Giant descent.
yes, and like he is brute. Like he must be a barbarian from the way he is.
I meant down in the pit.
No, you don't see it down into the pit, but you just hear everyone's excitement roar as you hear the word fight echo through the tavern.
I go jogging
Well,
over to the crowd.
well, seeing that one of my party members has jumped down into here and hearing the words fight, I go closer until I can see what is happening.
So as you, well, now since everyone's most of everyone is at the counter buying some of the delicious desserts that are being put out of the kitchen, you easily stride right up to the edge of the pit, and you see Terrafast versus this rogue-like person just dancing on his feet, trying to like throw punches at him. Ensue combat. So, Terrafast, you are versing rogue character. So, roll to hit.
16.
And that hits. Roll your damage.
I'm also going to be rude, and I'm going to be using my claws.
Ooh. Alright.
So that's 5 damage on the first hit.
Alright.
This man unleashing the Khajiit fighting styles.
17 on the second attack.
Term everyone forgets.
Alright, roll your damage.
4 damage there.
Alright, and you actually have, like, you left some pretty good scars, and they're starting to bleed, but not enough to, like, start the bleeding out process.
And I'm taking my bonus action swing as well.
Alright, roll to hit.
That one is, let me double check something real quick. Okay, yeah, that was 19.
That was a what?
19 to hit.
That definitely hits. Roll your damage.
Only 2 on that one.
So for a total of 15 damage, right? Or
11.
11 damage. He takes the brunt, and he's gonna try and swing back at you. And he epically fails. Like, so you, one of your punches must have landed right in his face, because he just nat 1. So he's gonna, like, as he's like trying to dance on his feet, you see him like clip his own foot, and he like starts falling as he's swinging at you, and he like twists his entire body around, and you just see him just, and he is now prone.
Oh, you poor... Oh, boy. I almost feel bad doing this. I will immediately unleash another 3 attacks on him.
Roll all 3 to hit.
First one's a 20 total.
Okay.
Second one's a 16 total.
Okay.
Third one's a 19 total.
All 3 of them hit. Roll your damage.
This poor kid.
4 for the first hit.
I mean, I wouldn't call them a poor kid if they're charging 10 gold a fight.
5 for the second. And 4 for the third. So 13 on that round.
And as you jump on him and you hit all 3 of your attack, you land all 3 of your attacks on him. You just hear, I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah, and I'm
And as soon as
getting
he
I'm
says,
getting
"I don't
off of
wanna
him and
be here
backing away.
anymore," And he stands up. He's holding his head. He looks at you, and he just like one eye is now like swollen shut from, and there's like a couple scratches from your claws. His robe and his shirt's kind of torn up with the scratch marks kind of visible. He's just like, and he just runs right back through the gate.
Yeah, Oz, if you can you help him out? I feel bad.
All right, sure. Hold on. I asked the guy if there's any way I could run, if I could go to the back and help him.
Yes. Alright. Yes. You go towards the back there. There'll be a set of stairs right behind a table. You walk down those, to the left, to the right, and you'll be in the waiting room.
It's left to the right. Got it. All right, thank you.
No problem. My pleasure. I need my fighters in tip-top shape.
Meanwhile, I'm just hopping on my toes, kind of rolling my shoulders a little bit like I'm still warming up.
Next! And the gate opens back up, this time to reveal a orc. Pretty tall, roughly around 6 foot. So he's pretty tall for his race. He looks to be pretty strong. And once more you hear, "Fight!" And he's going to sprint at you with a fist raised. And he gets a 17. Does that hit?
Yeah, that'll hit.
Alright, so he's gonna land a blow, like he's launching himself at you, and he's gonna land a blow straight to your chest. Just a nice punch. And that is going to deal 6 damage to you. Oh, sorry. Nope, 3. Sorry, 3 damage. And it's gonna knock you back a few.
Can I actually try, since he's landing a blow right in my center of mass, can I try to catch it and try to twist it behind him?
Make a dexterity check.
18 total.
And you are able to, like, as soon as like his fist is like just about to actually hit you, you grab it and you're using his own force against him. You yank him off his feet and like swing him overhead and then just slam him back down on the ground. And you just hear that.
Is he on his back or on his front?
He is on his back. You just yanked him and tossed him over, just boom! And a small like dust cloud just explodes from as he lands on the ground.
Same thing as last time, then. I'm going to ground and pound. And I'm going to get on top and I'm going to try to plant my legs also on his arms, just to see if I can hold him down doing that.
Make a strength check for the pinning. And that's going to be your grapple. And then roll all 3 of your hits.
18 total for the grapple.
Alright, he is let's see. Oh, nope. He fights it. He just rolled a 19, so he beats your grapple. So he's able to, like, pull his arms out from under his legs, and he's able to use your legs as like a springboard and push himself out from under you. Now he slides himself a few feet from you.
Am I still swinging on him?
You're still swinging on him, so you can try and pounce as you swing on him since he's like sliding away from you.
No, I think I'm gonna stay standing and just claw him with my feet.
Alright. Roll to hit.
17 for the first.
Alright.
This man ain't wearing no shoes.
19 for the second.
Okay.
And a 21 for the third.
All three of them hit. Roll your damage.
14 in total.
Alright, and so as he is sliding away, you are fast enough to land both of your feet on his legs and just like rip through his pants, leaving gash marks along from his knees all the way down to his feet. So and he's gonna try and now like stand up, and you see him start just like wobbling as blood just starts gushing out from his legs, and then he just collapsed down unconscious.
Round over. Medics, get him out of here.
You see three people rush out with like a hastily made gurney. They roll him onto it, and they run out as fast as possible.
I'm gonna follow them to the gate, and I'm just gonna yell, "Oz, you got another one!"
Heard ya. Very faintly.
And then round 3. You just hear this. As a minotaur steps out from the gate.
Well, this is a new addition to my day.
So, and he is built like a brick house. He is just about 6'3", looks like he's 250 some pounds, and he is just angry. Fight! And this minotaur is starting to like bend down. You see his foot like kind of getting ready to launch himself at you. And does a 10 hit.
That's a negatory.
And he launches himself at you, and you're just like you step out of the way. And so yeah, he just like the minotaur just rams himself into the wall. Just yeah, he is gonna take 2 points of bludgeoning damage, and he is going to be dazed for a few minutes.
Question, Mr. Dungeon Master.
Yes.
Are there any like helpers in the kitchen?
There are 2. A skinny, like pencil thin looking man, and then a teenage girl back there.
I am going to, from my pack, pull out a blood sausage, and I am going to cut it in half, and I'll put the other half on a plate, and give it to the girl and say, take this out to the man who came in with me, who's in the fighting pit right now. in between fights, let him eat.
She doesn't. She just nods her head, takes the plate, and walks out.
Then I'm gonna eat the other half of the blood sausage.
All right, Terrafast, it is your turn to attack.
To give them a show of animalistic violence, I will get down on all fours and charge, and then pounce onto his back.
Are you gonna sink your claws into him with all four?
Oh yeah, like that's the plan. I'm trying to like latch on like an angry cat.
All right, roll to hit, and
That's a 22.
and that hits. You just, and then you just, and as soon you hear a mighty roar just bellow out from this minotaur as you land perfectly on his back. Your front paws land squarely in both his shoulders, and your back paws land squarely like on the like not on the sides and not like fully on the back, but like right in between that on his back. Roll your damage.
That's 5 for that hit.
All right, and now you're latched onto him. You're grappled. He's gonna try and shake you off, and he does. He finds the strength as he just like stands fully up, and he just like with all of his brute force just he shakes out his arms, and it's like a lot of force just somehow propels you off, and you land on the ground, and like you've just been blown away, like a whirlwind came at you. He turns around and you just see actual smoke come out from his nostrils, just
I'm gonna stay down on all fours and just bare my teeth at him.
he's gonna sit there and he's just and the dizziness overtakes him as he's just rolled an 8, and you just see him just and it's not like a light falls to the ground, like a dust cloud follows, and it actually like sends like a small tremor through your paws.
No! Round over!
The medics rush out again, and you just see them like struggling to pull this minotaur out of the pit.
I'm gonna keep putting on a show, and I'm gonna stay on all fours and start pacing around the ring.
And your show voting is paying off as more and more people like are gathering around the ring. So now, Davian, you're getting like squished up against the railing as people are like trying to get a look at all this. And
I do not like this one bit.
And the serving girl that Mr. Pennyworth asked to bring out a dish for you. You see a small kind of dumbwaiter lower into the pit with a plate with half of a sausage on it.
I might as well eat it.
And
Alright.
you eat the half of the blood sausage.
That's gonna give you resistance to all damage and +1 AC.
Hell yeah.
And that lasts for an hour.
As the Minotaur finally reaches the medic bay, you hear a holy.
Oh, I am invincible in this pit.
Murdered a cat. What do you expect?
Hey, I have money.
I
on
just
this.
fought a bull.
I'm just saying.
A minotaur. A minotaur.
A bull man, sorry.
I don't know, man. That's a bunch of bull.
And then round 4 gets announced, And you wait 2 minutes. Your opponent doesn't show. You wait another 2 minutes. Your opponent still doesn't show. Time's up! Forfeit! Round over!
I'm gonna climb up to the edge where I found the pit boss, and I'm just gonna ask. I'm gonna drop the whole animal facade, and I'm just like, that still counts as a win, right?
Yes, unfortunately, I have to count it.
Excellent. That means your champion's up, right?
Yes, you're going to face Phantom, my elite rogue fighter.
Ooh!
So, as you drop back into the ring, you just see dust, like it's a wind current blow across, blowing the dust, and then you just hear a as you see this character come out of the holding area wearing a crimson cloak.
What did the pit boss call him? Phantom?
Mm-hmm. So, you're my next opponent, huh? And here I thought I was gonna get a longer break as he reaches his hand into the hood so he can scratch the back of his head. But not once do you see the hood actually get removed.
At the sound of that, I'm gonna start trying to move over towards the pit boss.
Alright, so you're like now sidestepping and shouldering your way over to the pit boss. You make it there after like a minute or two of like shoving people with your shoulder.
I'm guessing it's more clear around the pit boss, correct?
Oh yeah, he's got a decent like 3-foot space all around him.
Just no one wants to get near him.
Oh, he's the pit boss. He's also got his bodyguards sitting like behind him and on either side.
Anyone who gets close gets thrown in the pit.
Actually, more or less, yes.
Well, before I get thrown in the pit, I'm just going to go into sneak behind the pit boss while I'm watching.
Alright, roll a sneak check.
Natty 20.
And yeah, so you're like now you actually like are so sneaky that you're like now tiptoeing on top of one of the bodyguards, and he doesn't even notice you're there. Like he doesn't even feel you.
You're on some Skyrim level sneak right here.
Must have been the wind.
So I'm like on his shoulder or something?
Yes, you're on his shoulders.
Alright.
You put a bucket on his head. He can't see you.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, there's
Hey, at least my percentage of nat 20s has gone down from last session.
you're still at 4 for this entire session. That is still actually average.
Actually, I only hit 2 this session.
Okay, 3. You're closer to the average. But still. And then you hear "Fight!" echo through the tavern, but for the final time for the night. This is the last match of the night. As Phantom is watching Terrafast, he's just like, dude, I don't even want to right now. And he is just gonna like launch himself at you. He's just gonna be jumping in the air. All of a sudden, you just see the cloak. Like he like disappears from his cloak, and you just see it. The cloak just like sitting there in the air.
I'm gonna try to smell for him.
And roll to see if you can smell him. That would be your
Perception, right?
yes, smell of perception.
17 total.
You don't smell him. He's somehow gone from the field.
I
Can
will
I
use
throw
my
for-
I was just gonna say I'm going to use my bonus action to use my daunting roar.
And what does that do?
Creatures of your choice within 10 feet that can hear you must succeed on a wisdom saving throw of DC 13 or become frightened of me until the end of my next turn. And I want it to affect everything around me, whether it's friendly or enemy or just one of the spectators.
So, he succeeds that with a 16. But everyone else around you, Davian, make that DC save. Pennyworth can't hear it because he's in the kitchen.
A DC save?
Yep, DC Wisdom of 13. You have to beat 13 or hit 13.
Oh, I passed. I got a 16 on my roll alone.
Alright. So everyone around
I don't
you...
know if I'd be frightened by roars. My teacher Ramsey was pretty frightening himself with his roaring.
The pit boss isn't affected, but everyone else around the ring is like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And then just cheers start erupting from the crowd around you.
Can I do a perception check to see if I can see where he went?
Go for it.
I just want to see if I can find him. Oh, that's a 21.
And you actually barely see his shadow, just like dancing across the walls of the pit. And you're just like, huh. And he's actually going to come right out from under Terrafast, since he's still on all fours, and he's just going to launch one gut-wrenching punch. And he rolls a 19.
That'll hit.
It's 2d6 damage plus his d4. And that will be 6 damage.
So negate that 3 because of your resistance.
So you take 3 and you pretty much get the wind knocked right out of you as you're launched up into the air. And then all of a sudden you see the cloak just like wrap right around this person again. Do you give up yet? I don't want to fight you much longer. You just tap out or something, please.
I'm gonna charge him and I'm gonna try to tear the cloak off of him.
Alright. Roll to hit, and he's going to roll a dex. He's going to roll an athletics check to dodge you. And
As an attack?
Yep, you're going to roll to attack, and he's going to just like hop out of the way.
22 total.
And that is going to hit. Roll your dice.
I'm dealing damage even though I just wanted to get his cloak off of him?
Yep, you're gonna catch a little bit of it.
Alright, cool. Oh, that's only 3.
It's better than 0.
Boy.
I'm literally incapable of rolling that.
You like scrape his leg a little bit, but as soon as you like your paw hits the cloak, you just see your whole paw just like tear it, but it like completely passes through the cloak itself. So you see your claw marks for a second, and then like they automatically mend back together.
And then I'm going to do
I see
the
this
same
as
thing
well?
and take another attack.
Alright, roll to hit.
20 total.
That's gonna hit.
5 on that one.
And which part are you aiming for him with your swing?
I'm going to go for the same leg that I hit.
Alright. And as you go for the same leg, once more, you hit him. You leave a new set of scratches from your last attack, and once more, your paw passes through the cloak. You see the tear marks, and then they just weave back together.
Can I see this from where I'm at?
Yes, you can. Now he's limping a little bit with the scars now on his leg, and he just looks at you and he goes, "Are you really gonna keep trying? I don't. Just stop, please."
I'm gonna snarl and take my third attack.
Roll to hit.
Oof, that's only a 12.
That doesn't hit, so he dodges out of the way. But one thing you do notice as you are going at him, you notice his eyes are closed. Like he has not once opened his eyes at you. As he's finishes dodging your attack, he just goes, "Fine. I guess I'll have to do what I got to do to win." He opens his eyes at you, and you see dragon eyes staring at you from this human. And he just is staring at you. And this attack is going to be kind of like a Medusa's attack. He rolls a 19.
Yeah, that'll still hit.
Alright, and that is a d6 for his stare attack. That is a full 6 damage. And the chance of you being paralyzed by the fear is 48%. So you actually beat getting fully paralyzed, but you are shocked at what you're seeing. And he goes, "Can you just stop, please?" As he closes his eyes back.
I'm gonna use my movement to just kind of circle him a little bit. See if there's any change. Like, does the cloak actually billow at all as he turns?
Yeah, it billows as he turns, and it is just it looks like a regular crimson cloak, like one you would buy at a market.
I'm going to once again attack him, but I'm not going to go for the eyes as much as I feel like I need to.
Alright, roll to hit.
17.
That doesn't hit, as he just hops up into the air, and he are you like lunging at him on all fours, or are you like straight up on two and launching yourself at him?
No, this guy's earned a human pose. I'm running at him on 2 legs.
So he like spins around your fist, and he is going to take this opportunity and going to elbow you in the back. Does a 17 hit?
Not with the blood sausage.
Alright, so his little elbow check to your back misses, but he still is able to dodge your attack, and then you just hear, "Time! Round over!" You just hear this, "Finally." And then as you see him walk back through the gate into the holding area, as soon as he hits the gate, you just see his entire character just disappear, cloak and all, just.
Ow!
I come out of the pit and I'm like, all right, what'd I miss? Nobody got hurt and it said time. What's going on?
That guy, that phantom guy, that guy's awesome. You should have seen him. Davian, did you see that guy? That was so cool.
Can he see me?
Yeah, because you're like still squished to the front of the railing by the pit.
No, I
might
moved
be
to the
sneaking.
shoulder of the bodyguard.
You might be sneaking, but I at least know what to look for. It's not like they're just paying attention to the fight.
Oh, that's it. You're on your shoulder. You're on your shoulder. But yeah, so he looks up at you, and he can see you standing on top of the bodyguard, but the bodyguard doesn't even realize what he's staring at.
So I will, revealing myself, jump down off of the bodyguard and go, "Good fight."
This bodyguard
He just goes, huh?
buckethead.
He's just like, "Where did you come from?"
I had a nice seat upon your shoulder.
That's no.
Believe what you want, man. That's where he was.
He looks at you, like waves his hand at you, and is like, "I don't believe you."
Then where did I come from if not your shoulder? Thin air?
I'm gonna run up on all fours, climb the wall, and hop over the railing in front of the pit boss.
So
Oh,
I'm
my.
basically right next to the pit boss as well, so he should see me as well.
Oh, he sees you.
My. Such an intriguing party. Well, pay the man his gold. 40 of it. Come on. Tip top. You know what? Throw in an extra 15 for showmanship.
And the young boy comes out with a saucer full of 55 gold pieces for you.
I will take it, and I will just ask, who, that man, guy, eyes, what?
And as he's saying that, or as soon as he's done saying that, I look at the boss and go, Dragonborn, isn't he?
Actually, no. He is human. Quite a find, yes?
That's incredible. Where did he come from? How did he get those? How did you hire him? Why did you hire him?
All good questions, dear boy. All to be answered tomorrow. For now, you need your rest. Everyone does.
I would very like to meet him tomorrow with him, if you don't mind, Terrafas.
I mean, it's not my place to say anything. I'm not the one that's employing this guy. You got to ask the boss.
Then
Oh,
would you
that's
mind? I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
See, I don't give out my name until I get to know my fighters. You shall see if he would like to meet you tomorrow, but very well. For now, room's on me. You get the very best. Corner room. For all of you.
Hey,
Thank thee kindly.
Hey, Megon! Room's on me tonight.
Gotcha, Chief. Room's on you. I'll put it on your tab. And this guy's still smoking his cigar.
So, since rooms are on him tonight, does that mean I'm getting paid for my cakes?
Huh? Megorn is gonna stick his head through the doors. Hey, bud. Thanks for the cakes. I'll pay you tomorrow morning.
Thank you kindly, sir.
So, and with that, I do declare this session over.